It all started when the little fire ant stung me, horrible, painful bites. As I sat wrapped in an ice band, I began to research this ant, so I discovered that it was an invasive species. This is how Wikipedia says. Invasive species is not native to an ecosystem and causes harm to the native species. It succeeds in establishing a population that grows without further intervention by man, and even manages to spread. An invasive species can be any kind of living organism, an amphibian, plant, insect, fish, human, or even an idea. Even an idea? Yes. The scientific name of the invading idea is Ideum propagate. In this hole you see the little fire ant, the invading species that stung me, which made me explore and discover the Ideum propagate. In the following holes, we will see examples of Ideum propagates and how it propagates itself. Ideum propagate is a self-propagate insight. It invades a unique brain in its abilities of alpha Homo sapiens or alpha femina sapiens. Invasion occurs due to exposure to a linguistic factor. This brain activity was found in behavioral studies. Presenting a particular word to a laboratory subject tends to arouse a wide and wide associative network, which also includes distant, unpredictable, metaphoric, and secondary associations. This arousal is the source of the insight that occurs in the unique alpha brain. The origin of Ideum propagate Judaeorum in the traumatic experience of losing Israel's independence in the 1st century CE. The experience has been expressed ever since in the centrality of traditional images as menorah, kruvim who guard the Ark of the Covenant, Gur Aryeh Yehuda, pillars of the temple, Yachin and Boaz, and the Western Wall. Zionist insight among his admirers. He encouraged them to immigrate Israel in order to pave the way for the Messiah to bring redemption. These admirers became a kind of invaders. They left their homes and went to the land of Israel. The existential distress of the Judaeorum species in the European habitat contributed to the development of the propagate Zionism and its invasion of the land of Israel. The propagate Zionist invasion of land of Israel causes endless struggles with other invading species, one at a time. The Ottoman species, the British colonialist, and especially the Arab invader originating in the Arabian Peninsula. The origin of the invading species Ideum propagate Ishmaelum is the alpha brain of Muhammad. Muhammad alpha brain spread the idea of Islam that called for fighting the infidels and forcing them to convert to Islam. The idea succeeded above and beyond and created the spread of Islam in extensive areas in the Middle East, in Central Asia, and North Africa in a process of intense and prolonged invasions. Me Too is a new feminist wave driven by the invading species Femina Sapiens Warrior. This wave provides the Femina Sapiens Warrior an appropriate environment to invade Homo sapiens sources of livelihood through claims of sexual harassment and rape. The claims restrain Homo sapiens and the low Femina Sapiens a safe stay in their spaces until the outbreak of the Me Too wave were dangerous and harmful. This is a very painful strategy for Homo sapiens, especially for high-class individuals. This process affects the transparency of Femina Sapiens organism and gives it an extraordinary glamorous appearance. There is no treatment to prevent the spread of this invasive species. Too late.
Da 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 da.